We all ready? We'll make sure everybody's ready. He's almost ready. All right. Hello, everyone. Just want to thank you all for being here. I'm Sheriff Lopez, Osceola County Sheriff's Office. I'm so proud of my agency today and pleased to announce that we've been wrapping up one of the largest fentanyl drug busts in Osceola County's history. We call this operation My Brother's Keeper. In this operation, we had a total of 26 people arrested for drug trafficking charges, and we believe there may be more to come. These 26 people were all tied to what was essentially a drug business. All these people were moving drugs and money around Osceola and Orange County as a group. They kept this business alive and thriving right under our noses. As of today, I'm happy to say this business is closed. We have shut down this operation, shut down their customers, and shut down one of the largest fentanyl operations in one investigation that I have seen since I have been here at this agency. Before I go any further, I have to express my greatest thanks to the Office of Statewide Prosecution. Nicole, she's here. She down here? Wave, say hi. You know, in order to get good cases prosecuted, it's important to have this partnership with the state attorney's office. And she was here. She helped spearhead this and work together with our agents. And I'm sure they were calling her at different times and throwing stuff at her. And she was saying, this is good, this is good, this is no good, because they're the ones that ultimately are going to prosecute these cases and put these people in prison for a very long time. So we just want to thank them. The teamwork we have with Statewide to make sure this case was done properly is essential to prosecuting these cases. The work we did here, the vast majority of these 26 individuals are looking at 25-year minimum mandatory prison sentences. But every single one of these individuals has at least a 7-year minimum mandatory sentence. This is an example of the whole justice system working together the way it should, getting criminals and drug traffickers off the streets. Now, in this case, it didn't start as a huge operation. It actually started our undercover agents buying small amounts of drugs from two brothers. And that's one of the reasons why it was called My Brother's Keeper. It started with agents started buying maybe 6 grams of fentanyl, which on the street can cost roughly $50 to $70 per gram. However, some bigger buys were conducted with the brothers in which they started selling up to 100 grams of fentanyl at one time. Once we saw that amount, we knew that these brothers were getting a supply from somewhere else and that this was not a normal operation. It was much bigger than just small-time drug dealers. What came next was 3-month-long thorough investigation using the help of some of these individuals that you see here today. DEA, HIDA, the Florida Highway Patrol, members of the Orange County Sheriff's Office, and statewide prosecution. If I miss anybody, please, I apologize. So many people are involved and working so hard here. We try to mention everyone we can, because together, we can't do this without these people, these other organizations helping us. Together, we use cutting-edge law enforcement technology, surveillance techniques, and informants to investigate this case. All those pieces coming together, and what we all worked hard was to get results, and that's what we got, some good results. Over 1,300 grams of fentanyl was seized in this operation. We have a demonstration of the amount here. Is that our little brick there? Thank you, sir. We won't say his name. He's protected. And it's not really fentanyl. You guys are safe. But it just gives you an idea of how much we took off these streets. So, very lethal fentanyl. Just 2 milligrams. That means that 1 kilogram of fentanyl could kill around 500,000 people. Okay? That's a lot of fentanyl poisoning our communities. The population of Osceola County is what, around 400 and something thousand? It could potentially wipe out every one man, woman, and child here And you don't use a bomb, you don't have a military. What you have is people illegally pushing this poison into our communities. And that's what we're here to do, to stop that. So we have heard all kind of cases where a child's exposed to fentanyl or dies. Law enforcement officers being exposed during an investigation who tragically overdose. So roughly 1.3 kilograms of fentanyl seized here. Over 1 kilogram of cocaine seized, 53 grams of cannabis, roughly $73,000 in cash, 9 different firearms, and examples of those firearms are here. We seized 5 different vehicles. We even seized a house we believe that was purchased with drug money and used for drug operations. Everyone here that you see in this PowerPoint, they are in one shape, way, or form connected and dealing drugs, poisoning our community. On top of all that, we saw another issue come up in this case. We saw one of the things that we're facing, immigration, illegal immigration. One of the guys arrested in this operation is Johan Francisco Angulo Ramon. Okay, right here he is. He's illegal, okay? And this is an example of the people we don't want in our country. He comes here not to work, not to do anything nice, not to be a friend of anyone. He's here to destroy our families. So he's one of the guys that was arrested for dealing this poison. And guess what? He's got a deportation order already in place. So they're looking at him. So once he serves, hopefully, however many years he gets out of this for what he did, he'll be deported. So good job. And these are the guys that we're after also, that come here to do no good. During the criminal investigation, and I'll give you a little bit of the history of that. The criminal investigation against Johan, we learned he has an active federal arrest warrant issued by U.S. Department of Homeland Security and has an active immigration detainer, making him subject to deportation. He's now being charged with trafficking in fentanyl and conspiracy to traffic fentanyl, 4 grams or more. And that's what we just talked about, people that come here illegal and do these things and get away with it. And we're definitely here to make sure that we prevent these things from happening. As we said before, this is one of the largest fentanyl operation businesses in our agency's history. And I'm telling you, we couldn't do this with all the other agencies working. Like I said, I just want to thank again HIDA, DEA, FHP, Orange County Sheriff's Office, statewide prosecution, and all the other people that helped put this together. I'm going to talk a little bit about it in Spanish. If you want, are you the only Spanish one, Emilio? Yep. You want me to do yours separately when we're done?
However you want. You can do it.
It might be easier, so we won't have to go through this whole. All right. You can ask me some questions in Spanish, and later I'll give you a little bit in Spanish. All right. So we will take some questions in English and Spanish.
Did you say that some of your officers were injured or harmed in this operation?
No, they haven't, thank God. But, you know, like an example, we got a little example here of like this little, you probably won't even be able to see this, but this little bitty bit right here, I could barely see even with my glasses. It kills. That little bit can kill a human being. So these are the kind of things that we're facing. So you get exposed to this stuff, and this is what they're poisoning our community with. Imagine what you can do with a kilo. You can pretty much wipe out a whole community. And it's worse than a bomb or any type of other thing that military forces use to destroy our communities. They're destroying us little by little by poisoning our families. You start pawning everything. You start dying. People suffer. These are the kind of things that we're trying to prevent to make sure that our communities stay safe.
Personas puede estar conectada a otros grupos que pudiesen estar bajo investigación porque sabemos que esto es...
Sí, esta operación es, vamos a continuarla. Hay otra gente que también van a salir arrestada. Recuerda, arrestamos uno de los 2 individuos que eran hermanos que mayormente estaban trabajando esta operación, pero siempre hay otros más grandes. So, el origen de esta droga va a ser determinada ya cuando ellos hagan como random sampling. Vamos a saber si viene de China, Colombia, de dónde viene. Estamos esperando los resultados de eso también. So, hay otra gente envuelta en esto y la idea va a ser darle seguimiento porque esto es mucho más grande de lo que estamos haciendo aquí.
¿Estos 2 eran peces gordos de esta operación?
Bastante, sí, porque de ellos estaban distribuyendo estos narcóticos a la gente y en sí ellos estaban vendiendo en la comunidad. I can get you that and when we're done.
Are they there among the 26?
I think one is and another one is not. So we'll get you all that information once we're done.
Was there any Narcan or xylazine found at the scene?
Can anybody answer that? I better working today. I didn't see it on my list, so I'm assuming we did not. Anything else?
Could they be related to other crimes in the area?
Of course. Anytime you have anybody that's dealing in drugs or any type of illegal activity, you know there's a lot of other things working through this. You're talking about potential human trafficking. You're talking about, unreported crimes where people get beat or some people get raped to participate in some of these drug jobs. We got to make sure that we continue to hammer these organizations and get rid of them, let them know we have zero tolerance and we're not going to put up with that here in Osceola County and Orange County, anywhere in the world right now.
How long did this operation came from start to finish?
Well, it was a good 90 solid days where they started targeting the individuals that we arrested here. Like I said, it's still continuous, and we're going to see if we can arrest other individuals that they're looking at right now. So there potentially could be a lot more.
So this is just a bulk of the group and not the entire.
Yes. Anybody else?
Any other questions?
No? All right. Well, thank you very much, and thank you all. Thank you.